Hello, Steve here from Cole's Family Butchers, and welcome to my kitchen. I had a look in the fridge this morning when I was making me a cup of coffee, and I thought I need to clear this out because there's little bits of this, and there's little bits of that, and there's little bits of other. I've even got half an egg in there, so I thought it's time for a Nasi Goreng. Now, a Nasi Goreng, when I mentioned this to Bob and Dave, they said, "What the hell is that?" Well, it's an Indonesian dish, and basically it means cooked rice and cooked meats. So I thought I'd do a video on it, and then you'll all know. So, for a Nasi Goreng, you will need 2 good portions of rice, cooked rice. Now, when I say good portions, normally I use 2 handfuls of rice per serving, but I'm doing this for 2, but I'm using 5 handfuls because the rice is the bulk of this dish. Right, so that's that then. Also in my fridge, I found half a salad onion, half a shallot, 4 mushrooms, garlic. I've always got that anyway. Then I found 1 jerk chicken drumstick, and some meat that I pulled off the poussin that I had the other day. My wife and I had the other. I pulled off the little bits that we couldn't be bothered to dig off with a knife and forks. Also, I've got 2 cooked sausages. They're great for a sandwich, but no good for a meal. So I'm going to use those up as well. I've got 1 lamb cutlet and 1 piece of steak. Again, this was left over from a mixed grill we had the other day, and someone's eyes are bigger than their belly. Not me, I've got a big belly. The half an egg I was talking about, that is more than half an egg, because half an egg wouldn't be enough for this dish, so I put another egg in there. But I've used up the half egg. Here's some bacon that, when it was in the shop, it wasn't very good for selling because it's all falling apart. So I thought I'd take that home and I'll use that up. Also, for good measure, I'm going to throw in a few prawns because they're going to go out of date soon. I don't want to poison myself. And some peas. And to season it, you will need some soy sauce. Right, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to chop up the fat from the bacon, and I'm going to take the fat off this lamb cutlet, and I'm going to render the fat out of it into my pan. So I'll come back to you in a couple of minutes once I've just moved the pan and set everything up. Okay, what I've done, I've got my pan here. Now you don't have to use one of these, just use a pan that will hold, you know, all the ingredients. I'm doing this here for the sake of easy, because I don't have to move the camera around. Right, what I'm going to do is I'll put it on a very low heat, and I'm going to put the fat in there, and I'm going to render it down so all the fat comes out. So the fat comes out. This will take about 5 or 6 minutes or so. And whilst this is happening, what I'm going to do is I'm going to chop up all the veg and cut all the meat so it's all ready to go. So I'll come back to you in a couple of minutes. Alright, as you can see, that's all nicely rendered down now. You don't have to do this. You could just start it from here with either a bit of butter or some oil, but I want it to get all that lovely flavour out of the bacon and the lamb, and I'm going to fry it in that. So what I'm going to do now is turn my pan up a little bit, and now I'm going to add all the raw stuff: the bacon, the mushrooms, the onions, the shallots, and the garlic. I'm going to fry that off. And once the onions start to get soft, I'm then going to add the peas. Right, this will take a few minutes. And as I said with these things, let it go brown. You've flattened it out now. Let it brown up a bit. Let it cook. Right, we'll put that on there. And whilst this is doing its thing, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all of you that have liked and subscribed to my videos so far. If you like this one, again, click the thumbs up and subscribe. If you subscribe, it doesn't cost you anything. All right. All it does is allow you to then click the notification bell, which means every time I upload a video, you'll automatically get a little ping on your phone to let you know I've done so. Right. So this is going to take a few minutes. So what I'll do is, rather than bore you with a load of idle chit chat, I'll come back to you in a few minutes. Once these onions start getting soft, I'm then going to add the peas and then cook it off for another couple of minutes. So I'll see you then. Right, as you can see, that's all nicely cooked off now. So what I'm going to do now is add all the cooked meat. So there's the couple of sausages. There's the chicken. And the steak and the lamb cutlet. Just going to warm this up for a minute or two. Pop the lid up. Get rid of the empty plate. It's smelling good in here, guys. So, out of a few things that you find in your fridge, you've got a meal. On their own, 2 sausages isn't a meal, 1 lamb cutlet isn't a meal, 1 little bit of steak isn't a meal. But when you add them all together, it is a meal. Oh, that's nice. Now, okay, let's move the all this over to one side. And we're going to add the egg. Now start to cook and give it a stir. It's a great little pan, this. Do this nicely. Now add the prawns. Give it a stir. And then add the rice. Break this up a bit. Now the last thing to go in is the soy sauce. So you do want quite a liberal amount of soy sauce in this. It shouldn't need any seasoning because most of it's all seasoned already. So give it one more stir. Right, I'll put the lid on, turn it down a bit whilst I get ready for service. Okay, that's all nice and hot now, and all we do, pop it on a plate. the flavours when you put this in your mouth. It's like there's a party going on and everyone's been invited. Give yourself a nice generous portion because essentially it is mainly rice. Now we'll serve this with a nice salad, and that's it. So there you have it. Nasi Goreng, 1 empty tidy fridge. Enjoy.